Okay, welcome and hello, gorgeous. Hello, hello. I'm excited to be here with you guys. So excited to be here with you guys. I'm really diving into a lot of things this month because this is like the month that everyone usually is trying to make the changes. They're trying to get to all the things, right? This is just like part of what we do as humans. We get to December and then we want to either ball up in a in the fetal position and wait for everything to be over, like we're going to start fresh new next year, right? Or we go hard and heavy and try to make up for the whole year in 1 month. Which were which one are you? Like, where are you at? Let me just tell you first of all, hey gorgeous. My voice has been doing something just as bad as my internet connections. Like, I don't even know. And this is going to be so crazy because day before yesterday, or maybe it was a couple of days, but I don't know. It was sometime after we got back from vacation. My 13-year-old told me, he said, I'm going to start speaking slower because I really want for everyone to understand what it is I'm saying. If you don't know, well, you probably don't know. He suffers from a speech impediment, and he has had to have speech for pretty much his whole life. And even though things are like so much better now, like I can understand everything that he's saying, he still has to really be aware of how he's speaking. And so for him to actually say that, because I really don't have that much of a problem anymore understanding him because he's gone through speech classes. But for him to say that was so awesome. And so I said, you know, I'm going to join you in that. I'm going to join you in slowing down my speech and really articulating my words so that I am better understood because I am super hyper. And if you've seen any of my videos, you can see I'm just like I'm talking like this and we gotta go over everything. Like, it's so fast. And so obviously he gets that from me. He's a fast talker. And so when I decided to go along with him and start this journey to slow down our speech and articulate our words, for whatever reason, my voice started to change. It almost sounds like I have a cold all of the time. Like I've been a chain smoker for all of my life. And I haven't, like, I don't smoke. So I don't know what's going on with my voice. Maybe it's something that's in my brain that's saying, hey, in order for you to slow down your speech, you have to change your voice. I don't know, but just to let you know, that's what's going on. If I sound completely different, something's going on here in my voice. Like, I don't know what's going on. But I digress. I wanted to just tell you guys that if I sound like I just woke up, it's not that I just woke up. I'm not even tired. Like, I'm so full of energy right now. It's just that what I just said, something's going on with my voice. Like, I have no idea what. Say hello to me, whoever's there. I like to see who I'm talking to sometimes. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about all of the things that's been coming up lately for like everybody. I mean, like I said in the beginning of this video, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I was just talking to myself before I got on. I don't know. But there's a lot going on with everybody because this is the last month of the year. So, yeah, I did say this to you guys. I'm going crazy. This is the last month of the year. So, what's happening is we're either trying to make up for all the months that we didn't get ish done, or we're like, oh, forget it. I'm just going to wait till next year. Like, I really love for you guys to comment and let me know, like, which camp you're in. Are you in the I gotta make up for lost time camp? Or are you in the I'll just wait till next year camp? Like, whatever. I really want to know. Either way, whatever camp you're in, it doesn't really matter more than what I'm about to tell you, okay? So, in order to create the results that you want, there's a couple of things that you need to think about. Like, nobody, or let me not say nobody, everybody wants to up level their living, They want to up-level their lifestyle, and they want to up-level the version of who they are. They want to become their next level self, their next level identity, and up-level who they are, right? The person that they dream of being, they want to be that person. The lifestyle that they want to have, they want to live that lifestyle. Am I right? Like, we can all agree that that is the thing. Everybody wants to up level. Nobody wants to stay where they are. Everybody wants to have the next level. There's nothing wrong with that. We are human beings, and for the rest of our lives, I think we'll be human beings for the rest of our lives. So, as long as that is the case, we're going to desire. And as long as we desire, there are going to be obstacles and challenges that are going to step itself in the way of us creating and getting to the desires that we want. Do you get that? Like, that is just the thing as humans. That's just what happens. So, you don't want to be where you are next year. For some of us, being where we are next year, if we just stayed the same, like, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Like, it wouldn't be terrible. Like, we'd still live. But nobody wants that. Everybody wants to up level. So then how do you get there? What are some of the things that you need to be looking at now in order to get to the place where you want to be? That's what we're going to be talking about today, just for a little bit. Like, I'm not going to be on here forever. Got some other things to do. I'm actually got some client calls to get on, but I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that, because in whatever it is that you're doing, you have to start evaluating. I said this in a couple of videos ago, that this month, the month of December, we're going to be looking at totally evaluating your beliefs. It's so super important that you learn how to do that. The reason why is because if you don't know why you did something, if you don't know how you got the results that you have now, if you don't know what actions you took to get the results that you have now, then you're going to create the same, much of the same of what you have now. You get it? Like, nobody wants that. I cannot say that enough. Nobody wants that. We all want to up level. So what is this evaluating the beliefs? Like, this is something that you really need to become aware of. First thing, I was just talking to one of my clients earlier about this, and just taking ownership of the fact that you, not anybody else, but you create the results that you have. Whatever results that you have right now, it's something that you created. And you're going to have to take ownership of that. And you can't give it to Bobby or Jim or Sue. You have to take ownership of that. Like, it is yours. It is yours. But that's a good thing. Like, it's the whole blame. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't blame myself. It makes me feel awful. But in that also, you can understand and you can appreciate and actually have some power around that if you created this result for yourself, then you can actually create a different one. Like, give yourself that. If you're taking ownership of it, yeah, okay, maybe you created some sucky results. Maybe you did. But guess what? If you're taking ownership of it and it's yours, then you know that you can also create some good ones too. Okay? Let me know if that's vibing with you. Let me know if you understand that as a creator, you are a creator. As a coach, you are a creator. As a human being, you are a creator. And you are the creator of your own results. So where did these results come from? Where did the results come from? The wanted or the unwanted results that you have right now, where did they come from? They came from the actions that you took. Like, we can all, like, that's universally understood that if you want to have a result, then you've got to take an action, right? So look back at that. What actions did you take? Like, this is not something I want you to just think about, I did that and I did this. No. Get a journal. Get some paper, get a notebook, get a pen, get colored markers if you want to. Do a whole map if you choose to. Whatever it takes for you to get it out on paper so that you can see it. Not just think about it. I want you to see it. I want you to see exactly what's going on. When you become aware of how things have happened, then that's when you can start to implement some different choices. That's where it all starts at, is you becoming aware of how all the things happen. How did you get here? How did you get to these results? What actions did you take? So that you can say, okay, well, maybe I want to do something different. And deciding what those different things are going to be only comes about by you taking a look at what has happened, right? Evaluating. evaluating your beliefs. So you got the result that you have now. You have written down all the actions that you've taken to get here. And if you don't know, then really think about it, because I think that that's a very untrue statement. If you say, I don't know how I got that, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Start writing down some stuff. You can start with today, then you can move to yesterday, and then you can move to the week before, and then you can move to the week before that and the month before. You can track back. Like, you can do that. You are smart enough. You have the power, the ability to track back to what happened. Maybe you don't know every little tiny step, which I'm not asking you to, but I'm asking you to have a general pathway to how you got here, right? Let's say your lights got shut off. Think you know how your lights got shut off, right? You didn't pay the bill. Like, you can track that back, right? You didn't pay the bill. But why didn't you pay the bill? Did you have the money and you spent it on some Chanel perfume? Sounds like something I would do. Chanel. I love Chanel perfume. Did you not have the money because you didn't have a job? And well, why didn't you have a job? Did you not did you have the money but you decided to invest it in your business instead? Like, why? How did the lights get cut off? Same thing you can look at for the position that you're in now. You look at your bank account. How much money do you have in there? Why is it only $150 in your checking account? Or why is it $10,000 in your checking account? So it's not just about the negative, it's also about the positive. How did you make that $10,000? Did you get 5 clients and that added to that? Did you get a bonus at your job? Did you go sell some of your Chanel purses and perfume on Poshmark and got the money for it? Like, how did it happen? The reason why this is important is because when you evaluate, anytime that you evaluate, then that's giving you the experiences that you think that you don't have. You can track back to say, oh, okay, this is how I created this is how I created that, and you actually begin to produce evidence for yourself, right? So that's one of the reasons why it's important. The other reason why it's important is because when you look at the actions that created the results, is the one of the things that comes from that is, what was I believing in the moment? What was I believing in the moment that propelled me to take the action that I took? So let's go back to the light bulb scenario. Let's say you didn't, I'm not the light bulb, the the electric bill. You didn't pay the electric bill. You had the money, but you decided to spend it on a website. And so, what were you believing in the moment that made you take that action? You get it? That's where you're going to start evaluating. That's a very important process, is to look at really what's going on with your beliefs, because that's where it all starts. What was I believing in the moment that got me this result here? You get that? Like, really, really practicing this. This is something that we go through so hard and heavy in the Barcode Method Coach Certification Program, because before you can really learn to coach anyone, you have to be able to coach yourself. Like, you have to be able to recognize what was going on with your beliefs in the moment so that you can make a different decision. So you can take a different, so you can then have a different action. You can't just believe that you're going to have these same beliefs and you're going to create a different result. Like, that's that whole insanity definition, right? To keep doing something over and over and over again. Well, if you keep believing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get to the same result. So evaluating what exactly was going on in your beliefs in the moment is crucial. And we go through that so hard and heavy in my coach certification program, because when you can get your own results, when you can do the work, the belief work for your own self, then you'll be able to see exactly what's going on with your clients when they come to you with all of the stories, because they're not facts. That's what you're finding out. That's what you're getting ready to find out when you go through why you have no electricity right now, is because of what you were believing in the moment. What you were believing in the moment was a story. It wasn't the truth. It was a story. And as you learn to do that for yourself, then you'll be able to see what your clients are coming to you with. Is this fact or is this story? And once you can differentiate between the two, then you'll know how to help them because you've also gone through it for yourself, right? So, something else that I want you to look at is your processes. When you are doing your evaluating, you get to also evaluate your processes. Of course, we talked about your belief. You have to evaluate your belief. And from when you evaluate your belief, then what happens next is that you get to evaluate your actions. It almost doesn't matter where you start. If you start with evaluating your actions first, or your decision making process, or your belief, is all going to end up back to the belief anyway. So it doesn't really matter where you start at, but it's all affected. What is going on with your decision making process? And when you look at your decision making process, then it's going to prompt you to look at what were you believing in the moment when you made that decision. What were you believing in the moment that created that action? What made you decide that this was the best thing to do? What were you believing in the moment that made you decide that this was, oh yeah, this is good, I'm going to do this? What made you do that? It's so important. This whole evaluation is super, super important. It lets you know about, really about who you are. And if you want to continue to be that person and live this kind of a life, or do you want to up level your identity, just look at your entire self concept and step into being your next level, like, best version of yourself? We all really want that, honestly. There's When you are coaching, people only want two things in life. Just two things. They want to be the best version of themselves, and what is that? And they want to live their best lifestyle. That's it. And they're kind of one and the same, but I like to separate them out. You want to be the best version of yourself, and you want to live your best life. And when you go through the evaluation process of looking at what's going on with your decision making, what's going on with the actions that you're taking, and evaluating the beliefs that you're having in the moment, that's how you get to have the changes that you want to have in those two things, right? Evaluating and cultivating. That's what we're doing here. After you've evaluated all of the things, like you've gotten to see exactly what's going on, then you get to cultivate new beliefs. You get to cultivate new actions. You get to cultivate a brand new decision making process. Like, you literally are cultivating a whole new person. That's one of the best things about going after your goals, is that when you are on that journey to achieving your goals, yay, that you've accomplished your goals. But who you become in the process, priceless. Priceless, because you become a person who can do things, who can get ish done, who can make things happen. You become that person. And you just get to up level, and you get to up level. The more and more and more you accomplish your goals, then, and even if you don't accomplish them, you still get to be a changed person. You get to up level into the version of yourself that has the thing. Like, you literally have to become that person that has the thing in order to get the thing. It just works that way. My 13-year-old, he left and he went to his room and he was doing all the playing, and I'm like, did you do your sign language? Did you study your Spanish? Like, what's going on? He was like, no. And I'm like, I don't get it. Like, you want this particular result. You want all the playtime in the world, but you don't want to do these things to get the playtime? That's where we are, right? We want the business, and like, we want the business right now. He wants the playtime right now. He doesn't want to go through any of the things that he needs to do to get to the playtime. We don't want to go through any of the work that we need to go through in order to get the business and have the coaching skills that we want to have. We don't want to do any of it. We just want it, and we want it right now. It doesn't work that way. Precious, my love, it does not work that way. A lot of what goes on with us building a business, it's so deeply personal. It's so deeply personal. And I'm not going to say that it's not. What I want you to understand is that a lot of times the personal part that you're putting with the business doesn't belong. And that is your self-worth. Your self-worth cannot be tied to your business. It just cannot. They're two separate things. You are a human being. You are already worthy. Just because you are here, you have the creator, the higher power of your understanding has deemed it to be necessary that you be here. You already have self-worth. Now, your business, on the other hand, does not. Your business does not have worth. Your business has to earn that. It has to be earned. You do not get to just show up and just automatically have the business of your dreams. You do not. You have to earn that. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the effort. You have to evaluate your beliefs. You have to evaluate your actions. You have to evaluate your decision making processes. Like, you have to do that. You have to put in the value by showing up and helping people, by doing a podcast, by doing a blog post, by doing a Facebook Live, by me, like I'm doing this training that I just popped up and like, you know what, people need to hear this today. This is me creating value for my business. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with me filling up my business bank. And by me coming on here and giving you value, it's the same thing that you need to do. It doesn't need to look like this. It could be you making a post on Instagram. It could be you going into a Facebook group and commenting on a post. It could be you getting visible by sharing some really juicy information about the transformations that you're working through in your own life. It could be that, but that's the value. That's the payment that you're going to have to make in order to build the business and have the coaching skills in the business that you want. You don't get to just have it. Self-worth, completely different. Business value, you got to earn that. Like, you literally have to pay for that. And you pay for that with the value that you give. You pay for that when you help people. You pay for that when you are putting videos on your YouTube channel. You pay for it when you are on consult calls. You pay for it with free coaching. You pay for it. Like, you have to. Just like my son, you have to earn that playtime. You have to earn your business value. Okay? So, all of this is all of the things that we learn, that I teach you in the Barcode Method Coach Certification Program. I want you in this certification program. This is like the best thing ever. And I'm not saying that just because I created it. Like, not really. I'm saying it because I haven't seen a program at this price point that is going to give you the personalized coaching that you get to help you the coach, get to the results that you want to get to, and then learn how to coach other people to get to the results that they want. I've not seen that. I have not been privy to that, and I've been around plenty of coaching programs. I've researched, I've paid for coaching programs, I've learned a lot. I've not seen this. I'm talking about me and you, well, the group of you. It's a small group, it's not a big group. Like, there's limited seats here. It's a small group. Me and you working through whatever it is that you need to work through to cultivate, to evaluate what's going on with your beliefs, and to cultivate the ones that are actually going to get you to the results that you want to have. Because again, like I've said this and I keep saying this, when you learn to do it, when you learn how to look at and be the watcher of all of the beliefs that are coming up for you in the moment, that are producing the actions that are ultimately creating the results that you have, then you'll be able to see that in your clients. Like, you got to do that for yourself first. I am so very in strong belief that in order to create high level coaches with the ultimate amount of integrity, you got to be walking your talk. Like, you have to be. You cannot just show up and be like, I'm going to coach people. Are you coaching yourself? That's what I want you to learn. I want you to learn how to do that. There is so much confidence that you gain when you know, like you know, that your process works. And you know because you are the best example. You've lived it. You've been out there working your butt off, cultivating the belief and doing the belief work that you need to in order to get to the results that you want. And you see it. That's why we start with you first in the Barcode Method Coach Certification Program. You have to be the beginning. Before I can show you how to coach anybody to get to the results that they want to have, you have to be the beginning. We have to do that for you first. So that, because your brain is going to give you all the pushback. And I know that you've already experienced this. Like, I know that you know that this is true. I know that you know this. As soon as you think, oh, I'm going to do this and this and that, I'm going to, like, you make this decision. And then 2 hours later, you're like, oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. Like, I'm not so sure. That's just your brain pushing back. That's just what your brain is supposed to do. It is supposed to push back. So then what do you do? What do? You evaluate the beliefs that you're having in the moment. That's what I want to teach you how to do, is evaluate those beliefs and then be able to cultivate the ones that you are needing to create the actions that are ultimately going to create the results. And when I say cultivate the beliefs, I think that people tend to think that, oh, I want to make $100,000 like now, then I need to just believe that I can make $100,000 now. For most of us, that's not a possible belief. Like, it's just not. And it would be very hard for you to believe that going from zero to $100,000 in 6 months or whatever it is that you think that you can cultivate that in. It's going to be very, very hard. So what I teach you how to do is create your belief scale. You're going to have a scale. You're going to start here and you're going to work your way right on up the scale until you are at a level 10, and then you can believe that you can make $100,000 in 2 days or whatever the case is. But you have to develop a belief for that. You cannot just go from 0 to 10 in a day. It's going to take work. It's going to take time. And that's what I show you how to do for yourself. And then you learn how to coach your clients using that technique. Okay? So it's only $197 a month, and the program is only 6 months long. I know, I say only. Like, people are like, why is it so long? Like, I can get my coaching certification in 2 weeks. As a matter of fact, I can get my coaching certification if I just pay $250, and then I'll just have a piece of paper that says I'm a life coach, a certified life coach. Well, that's great. That's good for you. You go do that if that's what you feel is going to give you the confidence to be out there to show anyone, to coach anyone on getting the results that they want. If that's what you think is possible, I'm not saying that it's not. You go do that. I uphold a level of integrity with my coaches. I need to know that you know how to do this for yourself. Like, I need to see that. I need to see that. I want to produce highly sought after coaches who are confident like no other, who have the level of certainty that they can help anyone get the results that they want. And that I cannot do in 2 weeks. That I cannot do in 30 days. It's going to take you more than that in order to really develop the skills to get yourself the results that you want to get to. I'd love to be able to turn that out, but that's not what the way life goes. It's just not. Just think about how long you've been believing the beliefs that you have right now. Long time? Long time. Exactly, long time. You need some time to learn how to work through the challenges that come up. And there are going to be plenty of challenges to come up for us to work through. Plenty. I'm sure there are plenty that you can recognize right now. So yeah, it's 6 months long. We're going to spend 6 months together in a small, intimate container where you're going to learn how to get the results that you want to get using my signature barcode method coaching model. And then we're going to work on you learning how to coach others to get the result that they want using that same coaching model. We're going to go through you becoming the CEO. And the one thing about that part, becoming the CEO, it's so funny to me, because it's something that you'll be learning throughout the whole time. Like, I was just talking to a client earlier about when you do the transformation on yourself, that becomes so much content. I mean, like, when you are actively working on yourself, when you are actively doing your belief work, that's a lot of content. You are the content. You have all the things to put out for the people. That becomes you connecting with your soulmate clients. So all throughout the whole time, you're also, if I can speak, you're also learning how to step into your role as a CEO. So it's just like, it's fluid. And I love that. I love that. It's just beautiful. So I want to see you in the program. It's going to pop off on January the 4th. And the seats are very limited. It's only $197 a month. The link is in the description of this video. I expect to see you guys there because this isn't just about you learning how to coach, or this isn't just about you getting a certification. This isn't just about you saying, hey, I've got this piece of paper that says I'm a certified life coach. It's about you actually learning how to get the results that you want. And then you being the example of what's possible for your clients, for your family, for anyone who encounters you. You get to be the example of what's possible because you've done the work. And that is absolutely priceless. It's even more priceless than what you can help somebody else get, is that you have done the work and you can be the example of what's possible to be able to show other people. I want to see you there. If you have any questions, then feel free to DM me, okay? Everybody else does. It's fine. Like, I get DMs all the time. I'm okay with it. As long as you're not trying to sell me anything, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I don't answer those anymore. You DM me about all the things that are unrelated, I just don't answer those. So, but if you have questions about anything that I've talked about today, if you have questions about evaluating your beliefs or evaluating your actions or your decision-making process, DM me. If you have questions about the barcode method coaching certification program, DM me. If you have questions about getting the results that you want to get, DM me, okay? Or just post them here. Post them here in the comments of this video. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Either way, you want to DM me, you want to post a comment, whichever one, I'm here to help you, okay? I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.